Hi folks, just a quick product overview video for you this evening, and it's on this, the DP20V2A digital programmable buck converter, and these are available from AliExpress, Banggood, eBay, all those types of places, and this particular model is around £12, including delivery to the United Kingdom. There is various models of this and various current outputs. Let's say this is the DP20V2A, and the numbers and letters, well, the DP is digital programmable, 20V is obviously 20 volts, and 2A is 2 amp. So fairly simple naming of the products. I think the highest one in this particular form factor goes up to a 50 volt 5 amp. And yeah, I just thought I'd give you a look at it. So it's around 7.5 centimeters by about 4 centimeters in size, give or take half a centimeter. And yeah, we'll have a look at the front first. Let me just get it to focus. Bear with me. Yeah, so on the front we've got our setting button, or set button. We've got up and down to navigate through the menu, and obviously you can see that these are dual function buttons. You can have a set memory, or two set memories under M1 and M2. We've got our output on and off, and a rotary encoder with a push button for selection. On the back, won't go into too much detail on this. It's just screw down terminals, which are fairly solid, you know, and the actual PCB is bolted into the housing. And on the sort of higher output models, the actual circuitry is fan cooled. But you know, on this, the 2 amp one, it's just air cooled. So that's the unit itself, and I'll show you. I've got another one which I've already got hooked up to my bench supply. Just focus again. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the menu and show you how accurate the output reading, or the voltage that you set on the output. Just see how close it is to what you've actually set. I know this isn't a particularly brilliant multimeter, just the old VC97 clone, so it's not a fluke or anything like that, but it'll give us a good sort of benchmark. And of course, you know, if you're a professional, you're going to have professional equipment. You know, I've got a good quality bench power supply, but for somebody just starting out in hobbyist electronics, these are an ideal little unit. So yeah, we'll go ahead and have a look at it, and I'll show you. There's a little bit of an annoyance, is how I would describe it, with this these units, but I'll show you that just now. So bench supply is on, and as you can see I've got 20 volts input, so it's already set by default to 5 volts output. So if I just turn it on, you'll see it's fairly close, 5.04 or 5.05, it just fluctuates between. And to set the output voltage, we just click the setting button, which takes us, and then we can obviously move up or down. So we're setting voltage, so press the encoder, and then just by rotating that, as you see, it's 15 volts, 15.04. And to shift along, we just click, oops, sorry, I'm telling you lies. To shift along, we just press the encoder again. So 16 volts, yeah, 16.3, 17 volts. And if I try and turn it up any further now, it won't allow me to do it, because I've got 20 volts in. So you would hopefully think you'd be able to get at least 19 volts out, but no. These, and this is my annoyance with them, is they require 3 volts higher than 3 volt higher input than your selected output. So if I just adjust my input to 23 volts, it will then allow me to go up to 20 volts. And that could be, I'm not saying it's problematic, but If you're going to repurpose a DC power supply, a good source of those are old laptop power supplies and similar things to that. You know, I've got a box of old Dell ones that are all 20 volts, which I had, you know, that it's a 20 volt 4 amp power supply, and I'd hoped to use one of those to power this and put it in an enclosure, but yeah, I won't be able to do that, or I can use it, but it means that my maximum output will be 17 volts at 2 amps. So the specification, if you read the manual, it says it'll accept between 4.5 to 23 volts input. Now, again, if I just adjust the voltage, I can put that up to 24 volts. It will still only give me, oh, it's actually giving me 21 volt output now. But that is 1 volt above the specification, so I'm not sure how long it would last. So, you know, I couldn't say that would be an advisable thing to do, but it might be worth trying it, because clearly you can get a 24 volt, you know, 2, 3, 4 amp power supply off the shelf extremely cheaply. So I might try it and see how long it lasts. Like you say, these are, you know, 10 or 12 pounds delivered, so they're not costing the earth, and you know, they might function for a good length of time with that extra volt or two. What else have we got? It is constant voltage, as you can see. It's got constant current, and we can current limit it as well. And yeah, they're just a nice, tidy little compact, quite, you know, they look a lot smarter than your typical adjustable power supplies from China, you know, with a horrible red 7-segment LED, and, you know, bare boards, and, you know, having to put them in your own enclosures and that. You know, this is a nice little self-contained unit. You know, it's tiny, really, and it works. That's a good thing about it. So my intention for these is to mount them in an enclosure. I do have this enclosure here, which has just been sitting about doing nothing, and it's been quite difficult to get the angle right, but yeah, I was hoping to mount 2 of these side by side in the enclosure, and just have sort of binding posts, maybe, you know, 4mm banana jack, something like that on top, just so that I've got a quick, easy dual output power supply, a bench power supply. And of course, when these are mounted inside, you can see there's plenty of room for a 24 volt or, you know, a modified 24 volt power supply to fit in there, and all the associated wiring, etc., and IEC sockets. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you a look at that. I'd certainly recommend it from what I've seen so far. Let's say £12 from AliExpress, Banggood, etc. Definitely worth the money as far as I'm concerned. So hope you found that useful. If you did, please give me the thumbs up, and please subscribe, and I'll see you soon for another video. Take care, see you soon.